You seem to still be up there somewhere.
Maybe I am. There are flying saucers.
Supposing they're Martians or something in there.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Weird Wednesday. I'm SubmitWeird, and this is
Cassie.
Cassie. How was your weekend?
Freaking amazing. Amazing. I had a show. It was an excellent show.
Yeah, I was going to ask how that went.
Money that I've made in 5 hours of my life. Well, 4 hours because the last hour was just dead. But it was amazing.
Wow, great.
And I could keep my clothes on for the whole thing.
Do you normally have to take your clothes off to make more money? Is that what you're...
No, but I can't think of how I could make more money for...
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Unless I
That
took my
type of
clothes
money.
off.
Yeah.
I didn't have to.
Well, can you imagine how much you would have made if you would have taken your clothes off?
Right? Future plans.
That's which one? Where did you go?
I went to, it was the punk rock flea market in Lorain. It was at Lorain County Community College.
And you do that one. That's a yearly thing.
Yeah, there's one in the spring and then there's one in the fall. So this was my fourth one.
Oh, very exciting.
And
Are you
this
going to
was-
get the fall one?
Oh yeah. I do the like advertisement posters for the show. So like I always have a spot. Like I draw the advertising.
I do. I love that. I love having a secure spot for things. Having that kind of give and take relationship, it certainly helps you out. And it's nice to be able to know what to expect year after year for yourself.
Right.
So.
You got to have a few that are on the schedule that you don't have to do any work for. You know that they're there. You don't have to look.
Yeah. Very cool. That sounds nice.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, yesterday we watched 90 Day Fiance and then just kind of chillaxed all day because I was exhausted because they're so close. Like, I mean, it was like an hour and a half away, but I don't want Brandon to have to go with me to shows all the time because that takes out of his day and we've got a lot of stuff we have to get done. So like I have to pack my car up and then take it into the place and then load everything up again, take it out to my car, then bring it back into the house. And that's like 3 flights of stairs going in the house and out of the house each way.
Yeah, that's insane.
Beat.
Yeah, that's too much. I'm too old for that.
I'm older than you.
You need one of them dollies. You know what I mean? That goes up and down the stairs.
That goes up and down stairs?
Yes.
What?
You don't know about this? Yeah, and they're not that they're pretty inexpensive. I'll find one. I'll send you a link. Show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's a dolly that goes up and down. Yeah, then that way you don't have to carry that shit by hand. Just push it.
I was super excited that the college let us use some big dollies. So I only had to do like one trip into the college and then one trip out to my car on the way and like afterwards because the dolly was so big. But wow. Yeah.
These go up and down the stairs. I mean, usually they're for like moving furniture and stuff, but I don't see why you can't strap your boxes on that bed.
Have you seen my like stuff? It is furniture.
Right. It's fair.
You have to take everything to set up and display. Like furniture.
I'll send you a link just to give you an idea, but there's tons of different options. But yeah, no, they're really neat actually.
Awesome.
So
what'd you do?
Yeah. What did I do? I caught up on my YouTube watching.
Okay.
Which I hadn't done in a while. So I don't normally I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. And so, obviously I have different channels that I've subscribed to. And then what I do is there's like a subscriptions button and you can kind of go down your list of like all the different people you follow. Yeah. And their new videos. So I will go through it about once a day and I'll add the new videos that I want to watch to a playlist and then just kind of watch it. I had like 30 videos I had to watch.
Oh, wow.
And I guess I don't have to watch them, but I want to. So
oh yeah.
I pretty much did that while I tried to get my house back in some type of order. And that was it, really.
Just moving it all anyways.
Yeah, well, and, but I still have to live here.
Yeah, For a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah, a little while longer. I did not pack anymore, and I definitely should have. But oh well, it happens. Saturday, I'm like, oh, it'll be a great day to do stuff. Of course, Saturday, guess what happens? It rained.
Oh, yeah, it rained here at my house, but, like, the show was good. It didn't rain up there until we had to pack up and leave. Like, 5 o'clock hit, and then it started pouring.
Yeah, it didn't rain as much as I was expecting. But it did rain for a minute. But yeah, it didn't. Like I said, I could have definitely worked with it. But I didn't know. I thought it was supposed to rain all day long. It didn't. Whatever. And then Sunday I was gonna finally go to my mini golfing, but it was too cold. Too damn cold. So we had 80-degree rainy weather on Saturday and then too cold on Sunday. So, I mean, I would have went and toughed it out. It wasn't that cold, but I don't know. I was going to go with my 14-year-old, and she's like, nah.
She's like, Mom.
She's like, it's too cold.
Mom.
Right. I'm like, you're all right, just wear a jacket. She's like, no. Whatever. So it was pretty uneventful. Hopefully that picks up a little more this weekend. We'll see. I maybe have some plans. I don't know yet. But anyway, that was my weekend. How exciting.
That's good. That's a good weekend.
Speaking of purchasing yourself a dolly. We have a couple of announcements to make, don't we?
We do.
We got some big things happening. Well, might as well get those big things out of the way. 2 big announcements for our Patreon. If you guys are interested. One of them being, of course, we're adding another show.
Yeah, we are. Because we need more to do.
Yeah. So we're going to, it's very different from this show. Not very different, but...
Still us.
Different friends, still us. We're going to be every month, once a month, we're going to be talking about a new movie, probably horror, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And just kind of breaking everything down, giving our opinions, watching hopefully some new stuff and just talking about it more to an extent. Of course, we talk about what we watch normally in the intro here, but this is a more extensive cut of those films, right, that we've agreed upon. And this time we were both watching it. So,
yeah.
That's the biggest difference. So definitely check that out. You get that at our $5 tier. And then
we'll probably get 2 completely different opinions.
Yeah, it'll be because we're both horror fans, but we both tend to like different types of horror.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. I don't know if I'm not really comfortable yet sharing the movie this time around. But you know what? It'll be out. You guys can watch it eventually or listen to it or what have you. So new show there. We also have a second new show that might kind of bleed over into the regular show. It just depends on how this goes. But we have a new way for you to submit things to the podcast via email. Probably roughly quarterly on the Patreon, we will read out these submissions that we receive. You can obviously share your experiences, right? So,
yes, I want to hear all the weird stuff.
We want to know, yeah. We want to know what you guys have lived through, have been through, your cryptid stories, your UFOs, the time you got your butt probed by those aliens, the time that you got your dick sucked by the ghost. We want to hear all of it.
Heck yeah.
And then of course, whatever else you want to submit. I don't know, if you're mad at us, you can tell us you're mad at us and we'll make fun of you on Patreon, or if you love us, tell us you love us, of course, and that gets the morale up, right? We'd like to hear that. You don't necessarily need to be a Patreon member to put your submissions out there, and like I stated, kind of depending on how this goes and the volume of what we receive, may kind of bleed over into the show. So of course, the more you guys submit, the more potential that you have to not hear it all behind a paywall.
Oh, yeah.
But you can submit those stories, feedback, whatever you want to SubmitWeird@gmail.com. The link for that is in the description below. Like I said, right now it's quarterly on the Patreon. We'll be reading those out. So here in about 3 to 4 months, we'll do an episode on that as well. And of course, we're still continuing with our monthly Patreon meetup. Cassie's still going to be doing the art giveaway once a month based off of an episode here. Cassie, you're still doing the your short stories, right? Your horror shorts over there.
Yeah, I posted this week's this morning because I was so tired this weekend, but I put it on first thing this morning.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I know the horror shorts, and then of course ad-free episodes, and then if I can get them in early to you guys, I will early access to episodes, depending on how quickly we can get them edited and out. This is a weekly show; it's only a 2-day turnaround time. So, but those ones are on our $2 tier. So I mean, for $2, you guys get those for sure. And any other blog posts and things we might put up there might be some odds and ends. But the extra shows, the meetup, the art giveaway, that's all on our $5 tier, which is still it's $5.
Right.
You know, that's less than a cup of coffee these days.
And you could win a canvas that costs more than that. So
Costs more, right? Costs more than that. I mean, my God, you can't even get a value meal for that anymore.
no.
You know.
And our buddy Chris, Patreon member, he brought up the idea that I should voice the short stories when I put them out.
You
So
could.
I'm look into that. See if I can do that.
Yeah, you definitely could. I mean, if people, it's your guys' money. If you want that, we'll give it to you.
Right.
So help Cassie purchase her dolly so she doesn't have to kill herself going up and down the stairs.
Because
Make her
right
life a
now, I
little
don't
bit
care
easier.
who you are. If you come at me, I'm going to be able to take you with as strong as I am. So you just remember that.
That's true. We don't, we don't need to make her more of a threat than she already is. Okay, come on. That's a good point though. But yeah, patreon.com/Wednesdays talk. Definitely come join the fun. I mean, my gosh, we got so much going on over there now. It's a lot, but it's definitely worth your money. Jeez.
Right.
Cheese and crackers. It'll be lots of fun. I can't wait. I'm excited. I know what the movie is already, and it's one of my favorites. So
And I have no idea. I've never seen it before. I know what the movie is, but I've never seen it before.
Yeah. So it'll be.
And I'm not a personal fan of the director, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. So yeah, check that out, and we'll get that rolling probably in May. Expect that. I would say in May at this point. But yeah, once monthly. It'll be there.
We probably won't have a meet next week because I am actually on vacation, but I will have a drawing done and we will do a raffle for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's totally fine. And no show next week either. So
because my husband has to have a birthday and that's what he wants.
How dare he? People are going to stop listening now. Just period. They're going to
Because I have a husband. I know. Sorry.
Right. I know. They're like, oh fuck. They're what my hopes and dreams.
That's why I had to keep my clothes on at the show. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. That's marriage does that. Ruins everything. But no show next week. That's okay. We'll be back the week after. There's plenty of backlog for you guys to listen to. And if you've listened to it already, go listen to your favorite episode to compensate for our lack of a show. A lot of the listeners are tend to trend behind anyway. Cause again, it is a weekly show. We're here every Wednesday. So, and that's all right too, except for the first 40, the first 40 has been loyal for so many years. I don't know who you people are, but let me know who you are, damn it. I don't, there's these 40 people every week who listen to the show immediately. As soon as it comes out, they listen to it.
Really?
Yep.
And you don't know who they are?
Don't know who they are. No clue. I don't know. But they're the first 40, the favorite 40. They're my favorite. And I love them. So tell me who you are, because we can be best friends forever.
Could one of you start a post on the Facebook group?
Ooh, yeah, that's a
And
good
the other
idea.
ones just tag each other in it, like, so we know.
Right, someone start it, like, hey, I'm one of the 40. I listened to it right away. Does anybody else here listen to it right away? And then you guys could all bond together over the listening to the show immediately. Yeah, I don't know who they are, but I love the shit out of them. But it's happened for years.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's the same 40 year after year. I don't know, or week after week, or, I don't know, but I think it's fantastic. So
It is.
I love it.
It's great.
You may have been one of them.
I probably was.
So we might be down to 39 now, but
Do you want me to start the post?
yeah, it might need to be you. I was
I
the
don't
original
listen anymore
firstborn.
because I don't like hearing myself talk.
No, that's fair. I mean, I don't listen either, so I think that would be like really pretentious and weird.
But I can tell you the parents at the school like pickup definitely got definitely got an earful of a bunch of stuff they probably didn't want to know.
I can only imagine.
And it was with Pat O, so yeah, you can definitely
God.
imagine.
Yeah, those shows were dirty. They were much dirtier back then.
Yeah, when you were definitely unfiltered.
Oh man.
For sure.
If I did cool things like I used to do, I'd go back to it, but I just don't do those things anymore. And I'm as sad about it as you guys are, but here we are.
I wouldn't even know what to do. Like,
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, I don't even like smoke pot anymore. Like, I would, but I don't have any friends, so.
I mean, I've never smoked pot, so I don't know.
That's fair. That's okay. But it was just, I don't know. It was interesting. It was an interesting thought. So I don't know. Sometimes you don't choose to calm down. Life just chooses it for you. So I suppose maybe it's a good thing.
I mean, I had some stuff I could like offer you with like rebuttal if you want to like start talking about drugs, but it's not pot.
No, I think I'm too old to do drugs now. That's well, pot's not really drug. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Not anymore.
Not really. It's safer than alcohol.
Oh, everything's safer than alcohol.
And weed. I mean, let's be honest. Or I'm sorry, and cigarettes rather. It's like better for you than cigarettes. But yeah, I was like, man, I don't even do that anymore. Let alone have big old sex parties.
Right.
I do miss my sex parties though. I don't know. I'm trying to bring them back. We'll see what happens. Anyway,
I probably won't show up. I'm just letting you know I'm married.
You can be married and go to the sex party. You don't have to participate.
What's the point?
Well, you're right. That's fair. That's a good point.
Oh, speaking of being married, our daughter got engaged this weekend.
What?
Yeah.
That's huge news.
So my thinking is, if they get married next year, technically I could become a grandma before I'm 40. And that makes me want to cry.
Yeah, I don't love that for you. I'm not gonna lie. But then you could be a G-MILF.
I could.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is. I kind of like that.
And also it's not yours, so like you get all the joys of a baby, but without a baby.
Right.
I don't know though. Being grandma, I mean, my mom does a lot for mine.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to, I suppose. She wanted to, but interesting. I don't know. What do you think about him?
About what?
About the fiance?
Oh, he's cool. He's been here for a long time.
Good. Well, that's really important. There's
Mhm.
some of these young girls, and when I say young girls, I mean me. They'll just marry anything, and
Shut the fuck
it's true.
up.
My poor mom. And there wasn't even an engagement. She literally just came home and was like, well, we're married now.
Aw.
It's terrible. But I'm just saying, that's good. That's good that he's good. So,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Let's get in some news, huh?
Yeah.
I've got some commentary. I've got some news. I'm sorry, did you say you had news? I don't remember.
I just got the, most recent weekend WWE WrestleMania rundown.
That's right. So we'll do I'll do my commentary, you do your WrestleMania, and then I'll do the actual news here.
Okay.
The commentative news is this comes from Jeremiah Byron.
Oh, okay.
From Bigfoot Society podcast. Jeremiah had sent me a message and says, hey, guess where I'm at and guess what I'm doing. He was at Chicago O'Hare Airport.
No.
Yep. I don't know what he's doing there, but Jeremiah at one point went to the airport and I was like, hey, when you're there, ask people about the Mothman, right? Because supposedly there's Mothman reports coming out of Chicago O'Hare Airport. And, I'm going to go one day and talk to people about it. But, surely, and if there are these reports really happening, and a lot of them being reported by staff, then the people that work there, which I think is like 60,000 employees, it's like something insane that they hire, have heard of this Mothman, right?
Right, you would think.
You would think. And so Jeremiah goes and he's asked like 3 different workers about it, and none of them had any fucking idea what he was talking about. So that wasn't very promising. Now, granted, he did say that like 2 of them didn't really speak good English.
Okay.
So maybe that's what it was. And he was kind of nervous about asking people about it. But this was a couple years ago, right? Jeremiah has become a seasoned interviewer.
Right.
Right. He's good at what he does. And so he's like, I'm talking to people about the Mothman here, and he tells me about it. I'm like, that's great. So he had one bit of info to share with me. He said he asked somebody, some young worker, have you had any reports of a Mothman or flying humanoid around the airport? He said the young worker replied, no reports of that, but they're seeing UFOs around O'Hare, not showing up on radar.
Ooh.
He said he also said he was probably the wrong person to ask and wouldn't elaborate or give identification.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not Mothman, and that was it. That was only only thing he reported back. I don't know if he's coming back through O'Hare, and maybe there'll be more opportunity. But I just thought it was interesting. There is a pretty significant UFO report that allegedly happened at O'Hare, and which I believe this is kind of more of an urban legend. I believe I found that there's no proof that this happened, but I don't know. People say it did. Where the airport was shut down because of a giant UFO that was hovering over the airport.
All right.
And supposedly people that lived and worked in the area saw it, and it was kind of a big thing. But like I said, I feel like when I investigated that, and this was a couple years ago, it wasn't true.
Okay.
So I probably should have.
I doubt it was true if you don't remember it being true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like if it was, it'd be something that I was pushing a lot.
Right.
But I don't know. There's been reports of UFO activity at different airports, right? That's all across the world. That's not particularly unusual. And it's not particularly unusual for them to not show up on radar.
Mm-hmm.
We had at the Los Angeles airport, a couple of times we had the jetpack man.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't showing up on radar.
Why didn't he show up on radar?
I don't, too small, maybe?
Okay.
He's just man-shaped with a jetpack. I'm not really sure why he wasn't showing up on radar. Some people think that was just a balloon.
Wasn't it confirmed that it was a jetpack man?
Not confirmed, but probably not a balloon.
Okay.
Man with a jetpack, probably not either. It was too high up for, any jetpack that we have currently can't go that as high as whatever that thing was.
Then what was it?
I don't.
You can't come at me and say jetpack man and then be like, it wasn't a jetpack though.
It was just a man floating in the air. I don't know. It was an alien jetpack.
Okay.
Obviously. It was alien technology, duh. You don't remember Jetpack
Cassie.
Man?
Duh, Cassie.
How do you not know everything about Jetpack Man? Come on. How dare you? You used to listen to the show as soon as it came out. And you don't know everything about Jetpack Man?
You know how many episodes you've had?
And like at least 3 of them had Jetpack Man in it. I miss him. I wonder how he's doing. He's probably doing good, I think. I don't know. He's just jetpacking. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got for my commentary this week. Jeremiah Byron and his UFO talk.
So I have real talk out of a fake program. So we have night 1 of WrestleMania 42.
Okay, fair.
Cody Rhodes defeats Randy Orton to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. The Usos and LA Knight defeated The Vision and iShow Speed, which I don't really think iShow Speed should be wrestling anyways. Liv Morgan defeated Stephanie Vaquer, Women's World Championship. And the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch defeated AJ Lee. Very, very sad. Gunther defeated Seth Rollins, and Jacob Fatu defeated Drew McIntyre. Night 2 rundown. Roman Reigns defeats CM Punk for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I love CM Punk. Obafemi defeats Brock Lesnar, which Brock Lesnar ended up leaving his shoes and wristband in the middle of the wrestling ring, and that people are thinking he's retired. We don't know. That's what people that retire do.
Oh.
Penta still holds his men Intercontinental Championship by winning the 6-man ladder match. And the best, Rhea Ripley, defeated Jade Cargill for the Women's World Champion. And that is the WrestleMania 42 rundown.
Now, some of those names I recognize. Is there like a geriatric round?
Oh, CM Punk would be a geriatric round, yes. Brock Lesnar.
He's kind of newer. Like Randy Orton. Are you serious?
Oh, Randy Orton. Oh, I would never, ever even no, I don't care how old he is. He's going to beat your ass.
He's been around forever.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him, but that's like I said, some of those names I recognize. That's a long time.
Yeah, you probably recognize Lesnar, right?
Nope.
No, okay. You know CM Punk?
I know of CM Punk, but I've never watched him wrestle before.
He's been around forever, and then
He's been around for a long
Lee's
time,
his
yeah.
wife.
Yeah, I do know of him and his wife.
Okay.
As people, but yeah, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, damn.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not really there's a lot of younger people coming up, but the champs are still all there right now.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I hadn't really, I don't know. Like I said, I'm so out of the loop. I need to just jump back in, right? That's how it works. You just jump back in.
Oh yeah. I know you follow some shit because some of the wrestling posts that pop up on my feed, it's like Ashley Hilt follows this person too.
I do. Yeah, I really like Danhausen. He's so good and so evil. Different people. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's definitely some layover between the horror community and the wrestling community. I just, like I said, I'm just out of the loop as far as what the current soap opera that's going on is.
Right.
But I did read that it was kind of a big deal for CM Punk to be. Actually, I'd read that people are mad at him because I guess he went off on a fan this weekend.
Okay, so the thing was, there wasn't any security at the hotel where they were all staying, and the fans started ganging up on the women wrestlers, so he had to step in. Because, there's nothing they could do about it when a bunch of fans are, paparazziing you.
Well, right, and that's why, so there was, some debate amongst people of, well, he's a celebrity, he should expect that kind of thing. And it's I don't know, you still are entitled to, your privacy.
And WWE should have had security for all of them.
Yeah. And there's one thing that I know. There's this guy who recently passed away. I don't know him, but I know the girl that he was either dating or married to, because she was actually on this show. Her name's Taylor, but she goes by Goth Conson.
Okay.
And it was her guy who passed away, and I know that she was there at WrestleMania. I don't know if they're like friends with CM Punk or what, but they like had his urn, and they were like doing cool stuff with it, like throughout the whole event.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was actually like really neat. So again, but I don't know if there's like a personal relationship there at all. I mean, if there is, I know this guy who passed. They're kind of bigger. They're kind of celebrities, and like he could be grieving, right? And to have fucking cameras in your face during like intimate moments, I don't know. I don't know if that was a part of it at all, or what had happened. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just don't be a dickhead to celebrities. Like, it's cool to be excited about it, but like, just be cool, man.
Right.
Like, most people don't care if you want like a picture with them, or you just want to say hi. Like, there are asshole celebrities out there, don't get me wrong, but like, for the most part, like, again, they're cool if you're cool. It's not cool to just shove your camera in their face and start being a dickhead.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know, that's what I learned from the weekend.
oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, no, anyway, yeah, like I said, I should just jump back in and figure out the wrestling schedule and just start checking it out again.
You can try. It's shit now because they are on so many different streaming platforms for different shows. Like, you have to have to watch Monday Night Raw, you have to have a different thing to watch Friday Night SmackDown, and then you have to have other things to watch, like the Rumble and Mania, and like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, how did you watch WrestleMania? Did you get your Netflix card?
Yeah. Duh.
No shit. How else am I supposed to watch it?
I can't just take it from my mom like I do Paramount Plus. Like,
I gotta go get my card. Who doesn't do that? I'm just curious. I don't know. Yeah, no, but I think you're right. I mean, obviously you're right about that. They are on like different areas, which is ridiculous.
I refuse to buy ESPN, so if anything's ever on ESPN, I am not watching it. Actually, I don't really watch it that much anymore. I kind of like keep up with it on like Facebook and Instagram.
It didn't even used to be like on cable. Wasn't it just on like regular
like 3 or 5 or something like that?
Right, like basic,
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
And but then you'd have like the pay-per-view events, right?
Right. And we don't
then
have
you would just-
pay-per-view anymore, pretty much, but
Right.
basically you do, because if you have to buy the ESPN shit, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you used to have pay-per-view events, and one person would buy it. Everybody went to their house.
Chip in some money.
There's a whole thing. There's food, right? Kids are there while wrestling each other. It's great.
And now, no.
I miss the simpler times.
Right?
Sometimes. But I also like getting whatever I want delivered right to my door. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I hate that.
I love it.
Oh, I've never gotten anything delivered to my door in my life because I have legs and can go to the store.
I guess so. But like, what if you're sick?
I'm going to the store. I don't want to sit in my house.
That's fair. Anyway, more news. Let's get into the news so we can get onto this Pigman business. So this one is actually, last week we did Smiley Face, right?
Yep.
This one is actually a continuation of the Smiley Face killer theory, because Nate had texted me and informed me that there was a body pulled from the Mississippi River in Winona, Wisconsin.
Okay.
The body ended up being identified as 72-year-old Patricia Swinningston, who had been missing since March 26th. Of course, right before that body was identified, there's tons of social media out there of people speculating.
So Smiley Face Killer's going after 76-year-old elderly people now? They were successful in college.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much what the whole like conversation was between me and Nate. Like I said, initially before she was identified at all. But even then, there's 2 women that are missing from that area. And, people were like, obviously, it's the Smiley Face Killer. We know it's don't let anybody lie to you. It's a serial killer. But they're both women, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the difference between women and all the other quote unquote victims?
They're women.
Their genitals, right? That's a big difference. as we learned, right? They only profile a very specific type of male if they exist at all, and they probably don't. So let's maybe just like stop exploiting people.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. This was certainly not a case of that. Unfortunately, it just is a case of this woman accidentally drowning, which is super unfortunate. And leave people alone about it. Leave the family alone. She wasn't serial killed. She drowned, and that's tragic enough. Like, we don't need to build onto that story to make it even worse. So.
What was she doing that she drowned?
I don't know. She was probably a missing, and I'm just speculating, because actually it was kind of really hard to find this information. I don't know why, but she was probably like an endangered missing adult. She could have dementia, something like that.
Oh, okay.
She was 72, we don't know. Or, I don't know, maybe she went on a walk and she slipped into the water. I have no idea.
Gotcha.
And I don't even think they really know yet either, which is why, it's just bare bones, basic information. There was a water rescue. They pulled a body out. It was this woman. That's what we know.
Gotcha.
So, we'll see how that kind of plays out. But yeah, no, it's not a serial killer.
Are you sure?
I mean, I was there, so I
Okay.
I saw the whole thing with my own eyes.
And you didn't help? God, you're a piece of shit. No, I'm
I might be a serial killer. I don't know. I just kill people by like omission. I just don't do anything. That's I just show up to tragedies. I wait for it to take place, and I'm like, good.
You're
I'm
like,
just kidding. That's horrible.
me.
No, that would be terrible. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's like 99% sure.
Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with the 9-9.
With the 9-9, and then on to a little more happy news.
Okay.
some good news. Ohio has introduced legislation that would designate the Loveland frog as the official state cryptid.
Man, why did I not think you were going to talk about that?
Well, it literally just happened today.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that didn't even cross my mind that you were going to bring that up, and I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah. So it is House Bill 821 is expected to pass, making I believe the first state cryptid. I don't know. There could be others, but I'm pretty sure this is the first one. And solidifying the Frogman in Ohio history, like forever. Of course, some people are very upset. They think that, obviously these people in power have better things to do than deal with such silly matters. And, they're probably right, but we do have different sets of culture in our states, and I mean it's fun to have fun too, guys. Like you can have fun.
Right,
You
the
can
world
have
sucks. Why does it even matter? Let them do something crazy.
right. Like I'm an Ohio taxpayer. I love this. I agree with this obviously wholeheartedly,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
happy that my money was spent on it. But it just it's one of those things. It's like we have the state bird and the state flag, and we have a state candy. It's the Buckeye, as well as the state tree, which is the Buckeye tree.
Oh, no shit. No, I'm joking.
Right. Well, people from Ohio don't know, and there's plenty of people here that aren't from here. But now we have a state cryptid, or we're getting ready to have a state cryptid, and I just think that is amazing. I mean, I really, really do. And I made this whole sappy Facebook post about it. It's really
Yeah, I
mushy and
saw
gushy.
that.
But I don't know. It feels very special, because, so Jeff Craig, made a post and said that he did not do this. He did not make this happen. He didn't push for it to happen, but he was kind of asked to get involved in sponsoring the idea in some type of way or something. I don't know exactly what that entails.
Okay.
But when I saw him make that post, I know you guys had a whole month of me just pouring love about this man into you. But like, I cannot tell you how fucking humble that is, because this is, even though he didn't request it, this is 100% Jeff Craig's fault.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he did this. Like, he can act like he didn't, but he did. And I don't know, that's like the unsung story of all this, right? Is that one man created this whole event, which created all this hype, which created all this conversation surrounding something as ridiculous as a frogman. And here we are, and it's becoming a piece of Ohio history. And I just can't get over that. That's amazing.
I am 100% using that line all the time now. It's Jeff Craig's fault. He
It's
did
Jeff
all
Craig's
of
fault.
it.
He did it all. For everything. It's always
Yeah, exactly.
no, the man's like Jesus at this point. He's just like, what he can do no wrong. I don't know. I'm like waiting for something horrible to come out about Jeff Craig, and it's not going to, not ever, not once.
Sounds like that you're like putting it out there for people to come forward.
It will never happen. I'm challenging them. And find a fault in Jeff Craig. I dare you. You're not going to find it.
You're not. It's not.
It's just that good of a human
Doesn't
being.
exist.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I'm so excited about this. I don't know. What do you think about the state cryptid?
Why not? I mean, that's the best, like, happiest thing on the news, like, in years, probably.
Yeah, we need more wholesome stories.
Yeah.
You know, we need our people in office to come together and bond over something like the Frogman.
Like, I don't care if you believe in it. It's just cool.
Yeah, I think it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. So I'm really enjoying that. I hope this starts a trend, and kicks off. But I don't want people to think that that's Ohio's only cryptid. You know,
Ohio's weird.
Ohio is weird. But you know what? You can learn more about Ohio and the strange things that we have in it by purchasing my book, Your Strange Guide to Ohio, Volume 1. Talks all about the Frogman in there. So it's like the biggest chapter of the whole book is
I wonder why.
it's about the Frogman. Well, there's just, there's enough information out there. I know a little bit about it,
Right.
Never before heard stories, though. I mean, you'll definitely hear stuff that you've never heard about the Frogman. I guarantee you that.
Ooh, I'm super excited to get mine.
Yeah, yours is coming. It's almost there. Your box should be there soon, too. But yeah, it's coming.
This might be, like, the actual book might be in the mailbox. I haven't checked it yet today.
Yeah, it might be Monday or Tuesday. So
Today's Monday.
Today is Monday. No, it's Wednesday. So it's there already.
Oh, shit, yeah. I got it.
It's here. It's great. But yeah, no, that story just broke today. Again, I think it's super exciting. I don't know. And what'll be the next state that creates a state cryptid? And who's going to fight over Bigfoot?
I think Bigfoot needs to go where, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm like overly exhausted or what. I just keep having like blanks in my brain. Bluff Creek for whatever it's called.
Bluff Creek.
Yeah.
That's maybe. Well, I would say either California or Washington. Yeah. Definitely. I think that those would make the most sense. Are we going to start including aliens now in the mix?
I don't know if you can do that and call it a cryptid.
Yeah, but people do.
Yeah.
Like the Flatwoods Monster clearly is an alien, but
yeah. I guess it all depends on who's in charge. But like West Virginia has so many to choose from too. Like they don't have to choose Flatwoods Monster. They're gonna choose Mothman.
They're gonna choose Mothman, yeah, which is unfair because we actually had more Mothman sightings in the '60s than they did. But
they don't have a Loveland Frogman, so I mean, they can't really take ours.
Yeah, they can pry that from our cold dead fingers. And then when they get the statue, they've already claimed it, so It makes sense for theirs to be. I hope they come out swinging though, and it's like the Grafton monster. Oh my god,
Right?
Vegetable Man. Yeah,
Veggie Man.
but he's an alien too, so
It'd have to be the Grafton Monster or
a
Mothman.
Mothman. Yeah, that's true. They've also got that two-headed turtle, but I think it's Indiana
Oh yeah.
has the turtle, the Beast
Yep.
of Busco.
I don't know.
One of
Well,
those.
isn't it? Is
He's
it
just giant.
Massachusetts or Maryland that has the Snallygaster?
Huh.
Why don't I know this?
I don't know. But you know what we do know?
Huh?
We know what Vermont's would be.
We do. They better be this.
It has to be. There's nothing else there. We talked about this in private, but they have nothing else going on for them. I forgot it was even a real state until this episode. We know that Vermont's would be, of course, the Northfield Pigman.
Yeah.
Pigman. This is so ridiculous. I'm kind of almost embarrassed. I mean, I'm the one that makes the schedule, and I'm almost embarrassed that I have sunk this low to talk about the Pigman.
And let me tell you, she sunk low because I tried to change it and she was like, nope.
We gotta do the Pigman. We have to. We gotta have a cryptid. We haven't done one in a while. We gotta do Pigman.
Because that's the only one left out of 6 years of shows. So the one's going to have to pop up soon. Like,
No, believe it or not, this is going to get real ridiculous, and that's what makes it fun, right?
yeah.
But believe it or not, I think there's a kernel of truth here somewhere.
Me too. And I'll wait to tell you where I think it is.
Okay, all right. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's so fucking ridiculous. It's fun. It's a very fun story. It's obviously very urban legendy, right? And we'll get into the details, but no, at the end of the day, I think somebody may have saw something, and we'll talk about it. So I first heard about the Pigman. I'll tell you exactly who from Jeff from Strangeology.
I believe that.
Yep. Another great Jeff, not the greatest of Jeffs. That's Jeff Craig, but another very close second, Jeff from Strangeology. Back in the day when we used to do Clubhouse,
Yes.
and we'd all swap stories and whatever. And Jeff's from that area,
Yes.
so like this is his cryptid, right? Very personal to him. He's been down to the Devil's Wash Bowl. It's very much it's very much his stomping ground. And initially when he brought it up, because I think what we were doing was a night of like talk about a cryptid from your state.
Okay.
And we were all like going around and sharing our own state cryptids. And anyway, so that was the first time I'd ever heard anything about it. He had posed the theory that about it that I can kind of get behind. But we'll kind of talk about the let's get into the origins first. And I don't understand how this origin story ties into this creature. But we're going to talk about it because that's how people tell the story.
Yep.
So, October 30th, 1951, a 17-year-old by the name of Sam Harris went out armed with a basket of eggs, ready to make mischief. Back in the day, I feel like nobody talks about this anymore, but October 30th was like mischief night.
Yes.
It wasn't Halloween. It was the night before Halloween when you run around and terrorize your local neighborhood. I never did any terrorizing. Did you?
No,
Were you
me neither.
Yeah, I wasn't into that. I liked trick-or-treating. That was cool. I liked dressing up. But I had no need to go cause vandalism.
Nope.
But I don't know why that changed or when that changed. We don't really have trick-or-treating like we used to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe the culture just kind of shifted there. But, the whole October 30th thing, like I said, doesn't really happen anymore. I don't know.
No, like this generation won't even know what Mischief Day is or Mischief Night is. This new generation.
Yeah. Like they would have never heard of it. So I don't know. Either way, the 50s, obviously, this was a thing. When Sam Harris went out, he would never be seen again after that night. Despite a sizable search party, they never found him, never found signs of his body, have no clue what happened to him. Those that knew Sam claim that he just loved to torture the shit out of animals. Very specifically, he loved slaughtering pigs.
Well, that's how you make bacon.
True. If you love bacon, I mean, you gotta love the process, I suppose. During said slaughter, Sam would actually eat their organs raw, some would say. Sometimes while the animal was still alive. So he's like not a good dude.
Well, no, not based on these town folk.
No, he's like not a good guy. He would allegedly make masks from the pig heads, which I don't find too weird. You know, that part, I mean, it's kind of gross, but I don't think it's that weird, you know.
Well, good, better be let it be pigs and like human.
Well, exactly. So, I mean, you know, it's strange, but whatever. You know, what the fuck else is there to do in Vermont?
Right.
You know, I don't really blame them there. But the torturing of the pigs, that's just terrible. I mean, I get you got to kill them, and I hate that enough already. Eating their organs while they're alive is pretty extreme.
Yeah, that's not what I was like going on my bacon journey with, so.
No, you got to cook that bacon.
Right.
There's a process. So, some believe that when Sam went out that night, he had encountered the devil himself and was either possessed by the devil or was transformed into a hideous pig-like creature, or that the pigman creature was already in existence and was responsible for Sam's disappearance due to the way he treated pigs, obviously.
All right.
What do you think about this origin story?
So I think it goes like two like complete opposite directions. Like they have a cryptid and they're trying to tell us where it comes from, but it either could be this kid turned into a pig creature or the pig creature already existed and killed the kid, so nobody knows exactly anything about it.
So I mean, if the pig creature is the one that took him, like obviously this isn't the origin story.
Exactly. I don't know if they knew what the word origin meant then.
Most homes didn't have dictionaries in Vermont in the 1950s. You know, that was a struggle for them. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say. I did spend an embarrassingly long amount of time trying to find out if Sam Harris really existed.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find out if Sam Harris really was 17 in the 1950s. And trying to find out if Sam Harris really went missing. And
what'd you come up with?
Well, it turns out, this is going to be shocking to people. It turns out Sam Harris doesn't seem to exist.
Does he not exist because he was never born or because of embarrassment?
I mean, either one, at this point. I couldn't find him. Couldn't find anything about the guy. Couldn't find anything that's made any sense. You know, I didn't find any missing teenagers. Obviously, this was the way the story tells it, was a massive search that went on that covered from the tip of Vermont to the bottom. And nobody ever found him. And, you know, for such a big event, there was, again, no newspaper articles or anything about missing Sam Harris or even a missing teenager at that time. I couldn't find anything at all. So, you know, take that with what you will, right?
Right.
Maybe I'm just a bad researcher.
Maybe it's a whole state cover-up.
Could be a cover-up by the U.S. government.
Especially in the 1950s. They don't want people to know there's a pig man out there.
Right. They obviously have good reason to keep the pig man hidden. What that reason is,
that's why they put it in Vermont, because there's nothing in fucking Vermont.
That's true. And who's going to believe a bunch of people from Vermont? I mean, do we have even one listener from Vermont? Let us know.
And we apologize.
And we love you. And they're going to be like, yeah, I'm number one.
You're the only good thing from Vermont.
I'm number 1 in the first 40. Second it comes out, I listen to the show. I'm sorry, Vermont listener.
Damn it.
They're all from Vermont. All 40
We're
of
the
them.
only thing interesting they have going for them.
So they get it. That's
Right.
they live there. They get how it is. But this is where the Pigman story actually gets interesting. 20 years later, in 1971, teens at a high school dance snuck to a sand pit located behind the school to drink, like kids do.
Yep.
Eventually, the kids actually came running back into the school, visibly shaken, obviously terrified, begging the other patrons at the dance to come with them. They'd seen something that they just could not believe. What they had described was a creature about 5 to 6 feet tall, walking on 2 legs, naked, covered in white fur, and it had the face of a pig. Now, obviously, the patrons all run out there and they try to kind of see, what the fuss was about. Where's this creature? And they didn't really find any evidence of anything weird at all. No hoof prints or footprints. I mean, no clear disturbances. Obviously, not the creature itself. They really weren't sure what these kids were talking about. So, because there's not, again, this is, if we didn't take these pauses to kind of talk in between, we'd have no episode. Cassie, what do you think about that sighting?
I believe that story 100%.
I do too.
I don't think they saw, like, quote unquote, the Pigman of Northfield, but
Yeah.
I think there's some sick fuck out there trying to get his rocks off. And I think they saw something, and I think he knew that there'd be a bunch of kids out there from a dance.
Well, I want to know more about this naked part. Like, what did they see exactly? Was it male or female? Did it have breasts? I mean, is it just because they didn't notice any clothes that they referred to it as? Because, I mean, it certainly could be a costume.
Right.
I
didn't think about that part, but yeah, you're right.
I don't think it was a person. And I don't think it really had the face of a pig.
What do you think it was?
So I think that there's a potential. I think they did see something. I think this did happen because then the whole town started talking about it. And we'll kind of get into those reports here soon. But maybe a Bigfoot type creature.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. We have stories of these bipedal creatures that become rather confusing. And I think when they say it had the face of a pig, I mean, I don't think that they really thought pig verbatim. I think that maybe it had more of the face of a boar, which I think it had probably more of a smashed in face.
Okay.
With kind of a flat nose situation. Because we've certainly had other potential Bigfoot sightings that often get conflated with things like Dogman.
Right.
Because they have, guess what, smushed face.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of look like a pug face.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think that is a possibility. I mean, because what's the possibility of us having Bigfoot and Dogman and Pigman and Frogman? I mean, what's the possibility of us having all these bipedal cryptids and no evidence for any of them?
That's true. I mean, I'll give you that one.
So, I mean, to me, it makes more sense that we have like one creature, one species that has a variety of appearance.
Okay.
Just like you have in, say, a dog. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, a pug looks very, very, very different from a German Shepherd.
Right.
If you put both of those animals in front of somebody who's never seen a canine before in their entire life, you would not be able to convince them that that's the same species.
Okay. I understand.
Right. So, I mean, I think that, and whatever it is, maybe it's not Bigfoot and I'm just choosing Bigfoot as my placeholder.
Right.
Right. Maybe they are bipedal dogs or pigs or whatever. But, that's the hill that I'm dying on with this one.
I can stand behind that. I mean, I like that idea as being more of like a fun fact, like something that we don't know if it's real or not still, but I don't know. I don't have I have a trust issue with humans. I think that was some sick fuck.
They all go out there and the beer's gone.
Right?
Like, what the fuck, man?
Damn it, Jeff Craig.
That's why he's so good. He's making up for all his sins of the past. I mean, I get it. It certainly could be somebody in a fucking fursuit in a pigment. But the 70s, I don't know. I think you'd be able to tell.
There were so many drugs in the 70s. It probably was.
It could have been. Yeah, that's true.
And he just got done carving that pig up so he could wear the head for a good laugh.
True. And he was having a good old time. Like,
Right?
these fucking kids. So after these kids obviously have this story, and again, this is a high school dance. Everybody saw them, shake it up. They saw something, whatever it was,
Right.
human, creature, whatever. Something freaked them out and caused them to drop their beer and come and tell someone. So afterwards, other people start coming out of the woodwork saying, I've seen this creature also. As a matter of fact, they had kind of started to tie in local missing animals and cattle to this potential creature. So like now it's a chupacabra, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I saw that somewhere. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, missing dogs, cats, okay, that makes sense. But now we're talking, sheep, goats, things of that nature. There was actually a farmer who, claimed that he heard something rummaging around in his trash can, thought it was a raccoon, went outside to confront raccoon, and it was not a raccoon. It was...
Went outside to confront said raccoon. Hey, raccoon, stop.
You stop it. You get out of there. The raccoon's like,
Mr. Farmer Man.
my man, I'll come back later when you're asleep. Just get me and my tiny hands out of here. I love raccoons' little hands. They're so adorable. But they're mean. They'll be mean at you.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be careful with them. They're animals, So, I mean, again, and, other people were just stating it. People seeing it crossing the street. People seeing it taking their animals. It just kind of became a hit for a minute, but didn't last very long, if I'm honest with you. It did seem to kind of die down in obscurity, and then kind of morphed into its own thing because there was this little area, this little undeveloped, little natural area, in the town on Wash Bowl Road, and it's known as the Devil's Wash Bowl. And it's just basically like little caves and shit in this nice little nature area. But people have now said that this is where the Pigman lives. I don't know why people think he lives there.
Really? You don't know why?
I don't know why.
It's because they've searched the caves and they found one filled with animal bones, including pig bones.
I did not find that.
Oh.
That is interesting. So why'd they go search the caves?
They were just looking in the caves. It wasn't like a search to her looking for anything.
So this was like... Was this during the 70s?
Information.
What's that?
That's just random information that all just... Obviously, it's the Pigman.
It's not the hermit that lives in the cave.
Right.
But it is...
Why would they have, pig bones scattered around?
True. Why would the Pigman have pig bones, though?
Because they think they're going off the assumption that it's Sam Harris who likes slaughtering pigs.
Oh, gosh. I was going to say, is he like a Lego character? He replaces his bones every little bit? I don't want that one anymore. Let's put this one in there instead.
That's how he never ages, and he'll last forever.
He's got infinite immortality because he's got different pig bone. That's why he kills the pigs.
Yes, the blood is good for the skin, and...
So he's like the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, you could, as a single person, you could live off of one pig for a long time.
Oh, yeah. But he didn't like the whole pig. He just liked the organs or the intestines or whatever.
Okay, so The tie-in is because somebody went into a cave one day and found a bunch of bones, and obviously it's the Pigman.
Basically, yes.
I just thought it was because it was a creepy area and people just, well,
No,
the
and that's how
Pigman's
they
gonna live
tied the
anywhere.
devil's washbowl to it, because they say that he was possessed by the devil himself because he made an offering at the devil's washbowl, and now he lives in the caves right there.
Oh. Let me guess. The offering was a pig?
Honestly, they never said what the offering was.
And who knows this? I mean, was someone like hiding in the bushes while this is going on? Like, who?
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Forrest Gump was just running by because he likes to run.
Is Forrest Gump from Vermont?
No.
He's from Alabama. That's
He was
right.
running.
He did run across the whole country, so he may have been there at that time and overheard the pact.
He was just sitting there running. He's like, Jenny! Jenny!
How do we keep having Forrest Gump on the show?
I don't know. Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get, except you going to get Forrest Gump on the one was these we talked apparently. Maybe we'll talk about that movie sometime on the extra Patreon episode.
Oh God, don't make me watch that again.
What are you talking about? Forrest Gump is a classic movie.
It's a classic, and I know it's a classic because I watched it so many freaking times growing up.
Yeah. My one of my cousin's children, her little 2-year-old child, was obsessed with Forrest Gump.
Oh my gosh, poor child.
Fucking obsessed with it, dude. We've watched Forrest Gump so much. Anyway.
Poor child.
So going back to the Devil's Wash Bowl, I mean, of course, again, it's a creepy area. It's going to have its legends, and the Pigman is one of them. You found a couple Reddit stories about this area.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going. Hold on. Let me pull up my iPad so I can see it better. Okay. Come on. I'm going the wrong direction. All right. This is from Reddit. Believe it if you will. They're very interesting. My sister and a couple of her friends went out to the Devil's Wash Bowl their senior year in high school. They took sleeping bags and flashlights and all the gear you take to go camping. I wasn't there to give a first-hand account of what transpired because I was only 8 at the time. I can only tell you what was told to me. There were 6 or 8 of them, depending on who you asked. They were all couples. They picked a number of caves, one for each pair. My sister and her boyfriend were in the cave. She was rolling out their sleeping bags, and he was trying to start a fire when they heard some shouts and then screaming from one of the other caves. When they got there, the girl was curled up in a ball in the farthest corner of the cave, and her boyfriend was nowhere to be found. She told them that the Pigman had come trudging into their cave completely undaunted by their presence. The guy had started shouting at it, both to drive it away and to get the other's attention. The Pigman casually picked up a large rock and struck the guy on the side of the head with it, knocking him unconscious. It picked him up, slung him over his shoulder, and shambled out of the cave just moments before the rest arrived. Nobody had seen it exit the cave, nor seen signs of it at all. They did find the rock lying on the cave floor with blood on it, and bare footprints in some of the soft creek mud outside. The girls all drove into town and went straight to the police. The remaining boys, whether it was 2 or 3, hold on, grabbed flashlights and makeshift weapons and scoured the woods around the area. The footprints disappeared at the edge of the road, and they lost the trail there. Search parties were set up, police and canine units, in a big coordinated effort, including several other adjoining township police forces. A couple days later, some articles of the guy's clothes were found by a search dog. They had been left torn and scattered in an abandoned farmhouse a town over. The missing teen's photo was put up in the area, and one guy came forward. He said the other night he'd awakened to the sound of someone lurking outside his house. He checked out his kitchen window, and there was someone rummaging through the trash can by his garage. The person was only wearing a faded and ripped pair of jeans. When the man hit the porch light, the intruder had looked up, and it had looked just like the kid in the photo. The only difference was that his body was covered with white hair, and his eyes looked hollow. That is the first Reddit one.
Obviously, that's real. Come on.
Exactly. That's what I say. You can believe it or not. I believe it. It's basically true.
So hold on. So he got turned. He got turned into a pig man. Is that what?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I guess that's what they're saying. Or
Okay.
he was wearing a pig mask, maybe? Like a pig's head? I don't know.
Well, no, he
No,
said it
because
was
it said it looked like the boy. I don't know.
right. The missing boy.
Mhm. The
So what?
missing boy that was not the one from the beginning of, like, the origin story.
No, right. The different their friend or whatever. The boyfriend.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
This is the one. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is where I said, I believe this. When I told you earlier, I would tell you when we got there. This
Okay.
is the one that I can believe because people are fucked up. Okay.
I'm open minded.
Yes, this is on Reddit from somebody named Turd Sandwich. So you can only imagine how true it is.
I trust a guy named Turd Sandwich for sure. Yeah.
In the beginning, it says, found this and more creepy details related to the Pigman. So, his story is, back in the summer of '85, we traveled to Northfield, Vermont from Belfast, Maine in search of the Pigman. My aunt used to tell us a story about a half man, half pig that roamed the mountains of Vermont in Devil's Wash Bowl. She heard the story from a roommate in college that grew up in the area of Northfield. In the story my aunt told, it was pretty tame, to say the least, compared to what an old man Johnson, told us when we arrived at the gates of the Devil's Wash Bowl. As we were driving up a winding road that turned to dirt, we saw an old man sitting in the shade of an old dilapidated barn on the side of the road. We stopped to ask him for directions to the Devil's Wash Bowl. He said that we were a long way from home and we should probably go back from where we came. I asked him if he had ever heard of the Pigman and that we were investigating the story. We sat around and had small talk till he warmed up to us. He said he knew the Pigman before the devil claimed him and that his name was Sam Harris. The two most shocking things I remember about the story was the night he had dinner at the Harris house and what he and another friend he was hunting with witnessed at the Harris farm from a distance back in the late 40s. The dinner story conjures up a spooky image of Sam Harris's parents. As they sat at the table, Sam's father kept serving pork to Mrs. Harris. As the pork piled up, she continually stuffed it in her mouth and seemed to be... Oh my gosh. Hold on. The stupid Reddit thing is on the bottom of my page. Mrs. Harris... Sam's father kept serving pork to Mrs. Harris. As the pork piled up, she continually stuffed it in her mouth and seemed to be choking at the same time. At a point, she started to vomit out the sides of her mouth onto her plate as she stuffed more pork in at the same time. Mr. Harris continued to practically shovel it onto her plate to the point where old man Johnson, who was just a young teenager at the time, ran out of the house and ran all the way home. He never returned inside the house again and never ate pork again. So that's the first story, okay? Old Mr. Johnson told him,
Okay.
which is disgusting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Disgusting.
Sounds like a fetish.
Right, exactly. So the hunting story is even crazier than Hollywood horror. Johnson and a friend were setting out to hunt for the weekend and made their way up behind the Harris farm when they heard the loud, horrifying squeals of a pig. As they looked down upon the farm, they witnessed a naked Mr. Harris mounting a large pig, stabbing it about the head while, as it appeared, having sex with it. Johnson said his friend became so infuriated that he drew down his rifle and lined his sights onto Harris. Johnson grabbed his gun away from his friend and they made out of the area and called the hunt off. Johnson said he and his friend had only spoke of that night but one time after and agreed to keep it to themselves. Old man Johnson said that not long after that, Sam disappeared and that Mr. Harris had a heart attack one night when Sam apparently dragged pig organs up onto the porch of where he disappeared. A couple weeks later, Mrs. Harris was eaten alive at the pig farm. Johnson seemed to stop in mid-sentence and walk inside the barn, leaving us all stunned at this story. As he walked away, I asked him had he witnessed the pigman in person. He just turned and pulled out his dentures and howled like a crazy man, and then turned around again and walked into the darkness. This was the freakiest moment of our lives. We were terrified, and we turned around and went straight back to Maine. There you go. That's the truth right there.
I didn't expect pig fucking.
No, that's the only thing that I actually believe out of that story.
Yeah, I could see that happening in Vermont. It's funny because I asked you and Nate last week if either of you have seen the pig fucking movie.
No.
I wasn't trying to manifest anything.
I didn't even remember that until just now.
I wish I could forget it. Wow.
Lord.
Now I wonder if there's like inspiration. Now that movie did come out in 1974.
Right.
I decided to look it up, but it is a Belgian movie. So them hearing, these stories of, this type of situation, maybe not.
Could be though.
Wow. Reddit's wild.
Yeah. It's got to be true. Like, who can make up that shit?
Well, that's true. You know what? Good point. Both of those stories seem actually pretty genuine.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're tied to the Pigman lore or what have you, who knows, right? Probably not at all. It's just Vermont for you.
Yeah. That's what I would go for.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, the Pigman is not just in Vermont.
Tell me more.
The Pigman actually makes its appearance in quite a few places. One of them is Pigman's Road in Angola, New York, which it's actually called Holland Road. It actually has a couple stories to it with Holland Road. It's got some tragic train accident that happened, that, like, for real happened and killed like 50 people.
Okay.
So the area is kind of spooky and haunted to begin with. But there is a story of a butcher who lived in the area this is where it gets kind of weird. So he used to butcher the pigs, and then he would stake the pig heads outside around the property, I suppose, to keep people away. And I mean, that would keep me the fuck away.
Right.
But I don't know. And then, obviously nowadays he's upgraded to staking human heads instead of pig heads. And so if you're out there on Pigman Road, you may come across the Mad Butcher.
Just staying away from that area.
But this just sounds like a guy killing people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rather than like a half human, half pig.
And that's why I'm staying away from that fucking area.
And maybe he wears a pig head, but he's not like a creature. So there's that. Hawkinsville, Georgia, also has a local legend of a pigman tied to a bridge. Pigman's Bridge, just a lot like Goatman's Bridge.
Know a lot of. Well, I don't want to say I remember a lot about that one, but my favorite show ever, Ghost Adventures, had a huge episode on that.
Really?
Yeah.
I had never heard of that one before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, then, of course, there's also Mystic, Connecticut, which is in that same area, right? So that kind of makes sense. Has another Pigman Bridge.
It's probably the same Pigman.
It could be the same Pigman. It is close enough. It is New England, so maybe, where, of course,
traveling Pigman. Dimensional.
Dimensional Pigman.
Yep.
Which, of course, people describe seeing a pig-headed figure near the bridge. And then there's also the Shelby Forest Pigman in Tennessee. Same shit, different state. Same shit, different toilet, I should say.
And of course, there's we're used to this shit.
Of course, there is one in Tennessee as well. No pigmen in Ohio, which is interesting because we got lots of pig.
Yeah, our farmers know how to shut their mouths.
Yeah, they keep them pigs to themselves.
Yep. Where's our pigs? And we have pigs. I mean, we had pigs for like years because the kids were in 4-H. I'm trying to remember the freaking names we had for some of them. Like, one was Hogzilla. Oh, there's just so many good ones.
Did you eat them?
I mean, personally, we didn't, but we sold them to people that ate them because that's what 4-H
Mm,
is, you know?
yeah. Is it tough? Is it hard to do?
No. Okay, so they're cool, like, when you're just going out there and, like, feeding them and walking them and stuff, but let me tell you, that night before the fair, when you gotta load, like, a freaking 200-pound pig into a trailer that it doesn't wanna go on, and you're out there for fucking hours, you're ready for that pig to die.
You're like, I'll butcher you myself.
Right? God, I hope
Sell,
nobody wants you so I can do it my damn self.
sell the meat piece by piece. You probably make more money that way, actually.
Right?
I always wondered that. I always wondered if it was difficult to, because they run them in competitions and stuff. What if you have like an award winning?
I mean, there's market hogs and there's competition ones.
Oh, I see. I understand. That makes sense.
The sheep were what was hard for, like, our daughter to get rid of because, like, they're nice. So if you have, like, market
Yeah.
sheep, like, those, I guess, would be harder because they're, like, cuddlier, not ugly.
Well, true, but I don't know. I hear pigs are pretty cool pets.
I guess. If you like stuff that eats your boots.
Fair. That's fair. I don't know. Never owned one, so.
I don't own them anymore, thank God. We just have goats now.
And goats they're pretty cool.
Yeah, the girls are. The boys stink like shit.
They don't give a fuck about you can't tell them nothing.
Nope.
And I love that about them. They're just such free spirits.
They're gonna eat it. They don't give a shit.
Like, I used to describe them in the show as like cats of like the farm world. Like they just don't give no fuck. They get into whatever they want to. They go wherever they want to.
Pretty much.
They're bad, but they're hilarious because of it.
Oh, the fainting goats are hilarious. I wish I had some
Oh,
of those.
yeah, those are neat. Well, that's true. You can at least stop them in the middle of being bad.
Right? Just like, boo! And then they all fall over.
You like little bastard.
What
Told you
you
not
get?
to chew that.
I told you I'm boss around here.
You get a good 30 seconds before they're back at it again. But yeah, this is it's a fun story, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think this is just it's a story. And we see this in like horror movies, right? Saw, remember in Saw when they would abduct people with
Yes.
fucking pig mask?
Yes.
Like that's what I think of. And it's kind of cringy. Like now I think about it, I don't know. It's like it's not that scary. It's weird. But like if somebody broke into my house and they're wearing a pig mask, like I'd be like, "Oh no, someone's in my house." And then I'd be like, "Why the fuck are you wearing a pig mask?"
Right? Spirit was out of all the other ones? Like,
Right. Just pig? Why?
I'd be more afraid if you walked in with, like, the Jason or Michael Myers mask on.
I think I would wear the Richard Nixon.
Oh, yeah. That would be terrifying. Or if you found, like, a new school Trump one. Like, get the fuck out.
The greatest break-in of all time.
I'm legal.
This is, I'm going to steal all your stuff, just like that. The election was stolen from me. I'd be so confused. Like, I'd be too confused to care about what you're doing,
Right?
But, yeah, I would be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, wait. Why do you have a pig mask on?
Fuck out.
All right, get out of my house. Go get something else and come back. That would be my idea. But as far as a half pig, half man, I mean, for a creature, I don't think that exists. Not that I don't think that's what people have reported. I do think maybe people have reported seeing that, but I gave my explanation already. It could be a different creature, just, they're describing it poorly, and that's not their fault. They're not educated. They're from Vermont.
Wow.
I'm really shitting all over them this episode.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Vermont. Again, if you listen to the show, you're good. We love you.
Yes.
Let's get you out of there, though. Like, we need to send a rescue crew.
Oh, Lord.
My thought is they'd have no objections. They'd be like, "Yep, I'm going." That's,
Right? Like, isn't it always cold there?
well, they do got the ocean. We don't have that, I think, right? Don't they have the ocean? They do, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. That just
My
makes it
dau-
colder.
my daughter's telling me no, so
I believe her.
yeah, I'd believe her over me. She's currently doing state testing. I'm sure they have to know where Vermont is. So they don't even have the ocean. Well, fuck that. I mean, they're not far from it. New England is like, it's just like one state. You're not far from anything.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
No, it doesn't.
They don't have the ocean. So
Oh
man,
shit, no. Okay, so that's where it is.
don't even know where it's at. Like,
No, I had no clue.
but
All
you know what?
right.
Better than Rhode Island. You know,
They have water.
Rhode Island does. Well, true.
They have to.
God, yeah, Vermont's just shit. That's sucks. I know New Hampshire.
From Vermont. Was anybody from Vermont?
What do you mean? Like anybody in the history of ever?
No, like that we know. Kenzie wasn't from Vermont, was she?
No.
New Hampshire?
No. She might have been in New Hampshire. She might have been.
Okay.
No, she might have been Maryland.
No, that was Sarah.
Yeah, but she worked at the Cryptozoology Museum. And that was in Maine.
Yeah. She was from New Hampshire, I think.
Right, and guess what? She moved her ass all the way to Texas, so.
Right.
I'm just saying, we'll rescue you. We'll get a rescue crew together, we'll come out.
Right. We've done it before, obviously.
Steal you away, right, from the Pigman, and we'll help you live a better life. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think about the Pigman?
I like it as an urban legend because it's funny. It's good. It's a good story. It's a good story.
Yeah.
I like how people have made their own stories about it that are fake as fuck, but they're hilarious.
They're creative. Yep.
Yes.
I will definitely give them that, but
I don't think the Pigman is a legit cryptid.
It's definitely fake.
I mean, if it was real, I'm sure Lauren Coleman would have had it in a book out in his area there.
Yeah, he probably would have wrestled it.
Right?
Caught it a long time ago. I don't know. Yeah, this is silly, but it's fun, and it's fun. Again, it's fun to have fun. We've had a lot of silly ones this go round. The frozen alien, now the Pigman.
Yeah.
I guess I've just been in a goofy goober mood lately.
We had the other alien one too that was funny. The one I did the Hank and Bobby Hill drawing of.
Oh, the fucking oh my god. That was Buck Nelson.
Yeah.
Buck Nelson was fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But we've had some super silly ones. I'm definitely not running out of cryptids. There's plenty more.
I don't know. Based on what I got out of you, I think you might be running low.
No, we got a lot. We got a lot to cover. We haven't even touched Africa.
Oh, Jesus. Am I going to be able to pronounce them? I can't even remember shit now.
Yeah, you'll be okay. I'll help you.
I had a head injury.
Just refer to everything as Pigman if you don't know how to pronounce it. So it'll be fine. People know what you're talking about.
All right.
But we haven't even gotten into other countries and all. There's plenty more where that came from. But this is just one checked off the list. Hopefully we'll never have to talk about it ever again, except for when Cassie can't pronounce the names.
Right.
In which case you'll be hearing about them again.
And that is also Jeff Craig's fault.
Because everything's his fault. Yeah,
yes.
That's right. But what do you guys think about the Pigman? Let us know in the Facebook group. Come join the Facebook group on Wednesdays. We talk weird. And talk weird with us.
Right.
You're allowed to. We won't bite. Unless maybe you subscribe to the Patreon and you pay for it. I mean, we might. That's...
Hey.
And speaking of, check out the new Patreon, patreon.com/Wednesdays Talk. Of course, we'll announce here if we have anything really neat coming up over there, just so you guys can prepare. But, if you're already subscribed, then you don't need to prepare. It's already happening. It's already in your face. It's already yours.
Right.
You can have it already.
And when did you say we're doing the movie one?
It'll be released in May. I don't know what
May.
date yet,
Okay.
but we'll probably record after you come back from vacation.
Okay. Cool.
You know, those ones. Yes, there will be an episode every month, but it's a little more casual as to when they come out. Just because we have to fit it into our already busy lives and schedules. And so no promise date, but promise there will be one monthly.
Yes.
You know, you guys will definitely get it. Probably the middle of the month each month is kind of what we're shooting for. But we will figure that part out. So then, of course, your submissions, SubmitWeird at
Yes.
gmail.com. Yep, link is for that is in the description. If for some reason you don't know how to spell submit or weird or Gmail, it's all there.
And
Yeah,
don't feel bad if you don't, because I probably don't remember either.
yeah, it's okay. It's all right. We're not here to judge you, but we'll make your life easier and put it out there for you. So
Yeah.
save it to your contacts. You never know when something weird might happen or whenever you want to talk to us that way. And then we'll read
I
it
can't
out.
wait to read these submissions.
It'll be great. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think people will have a lot of great stories, a lot of fun stuff.
Well, even out of the people that we know that listen, like, they got lots of stories.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait to hear from the people we don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely. And again, the bigger it gets, the more you guys submit. I mean, the more we'll have to do with it. So, you know,
Right, and that
definitely
might become its own, like, Patreon episode, like, monthly, like the movies.
monthly. I mean, it could, you know, if it's lucrative enough, you guys, it could become a regular part of this podcast.
And I'm cool with that, too.
You know, that's if it's doing well and we get enough people that want to submit things, you know, of course we'll do a whole little extra series, you know, bonus episodes or whatever from time to time over here. Again, it just depends. This is really controlled entirely by you guys. So let us know. Anyway, anything else you want to say before I close it?
Nope, we'll be back in 2 weeks.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks Wednesday.